Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. Vice President Kamala Harris will be making a campaign stop in Wilkes-Barre on Friday, September 13th. The Vice President's visit will come just days after her first presidential debate against former President Donald Trump, which is slated to take place this Tuesday, September 10th at 9 p.m. in Philadelphia. Details on the location and time of Harris's visit to Wilkes-Barre will be released in the coming days. A man is wanted by the Hazleton City Police Department. 34-year-old Ryan Thomas Dura is wanted for an incident that took place on August 5th, 2024. Dura is wanted on 1 count of witness intimidation and 2 counts of terroristic threats. He is described as a white male standing 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing 140 pounds. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Dura is asked to call 911. A new family medicine practice has opened in Hazel Township. The Express Care and LVPG Family Medicine Airport Beltway opened their doors on Monday, September 9th, with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. The new location offers both Express Care services for the Hazleton community, as well as appointment-based follow-ups and screenings for families. Several local and state officials attended the ribbon cutting, including members of the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce and several LVHM board members. The Express Care is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. all year round. Coming up on WYLN News, a man from McAdoo is arrested on drug-related charges. Plus, police in Wilkes-Barre are searching for a suspect involved in a theft. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
Hi, I'm Leo. Tomorrow's going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man from McAdoo is facing charges after police say several bags of methamphetamine were found in his vehicle. According to police, Michael Lyons was pulled over by officers on Tuesday, September 3rd, for driving a vehicle with an expired registration. Upon further investigation, police discovered that Lyons was also driving with a DUI suspended driver's license. Officers say Lyons showed signs of being under the influence of a controlled substance and was asked to exit the vehicle. After investigating further, police say they discovered several bags of methamphetamine and other drug paraphernalia, which Lyons told officers he had just purchased. Lyons was taken into custody and has been charged with possession of controlled substances, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving without a license, among other charges. Lyons was later released from custody on $10,000 unsecured bail. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department is attempting to identify the individual shown on screen. According to police, the suspect is wanted in connection with a retail theft that took place at the Wilkes-Barre Township Target on September 5th. Investigators say the suspect stole an e-bike and a PlayStation 5 controller worth over $400. The suspect was wearing gray shorts, white sneakers, a black hoodie, and a baseball cap at the time of the theft. Police say the suspect fled the scene in a white SUV. Anyone with information regarding the identity of the suspect is asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department by calling 570-208-4635, extension 436. An early morning fire damaged part of a home in Jensen Township. Crews were called to a home in Jensen Township on Saturday, September 7th, around 12:30 a.m. for a first alarm fire. When crews arrived on the scene, they found the entire rear of the home engulfed in flames as fire was spreading to the attic. The fire was brought up to a second alarm as additional crews assisted at the scene. Firefighters were eventually able to knock down the fire, saving majority of the home. The cause of the fire is still unknown at this time. Coming up on Tamaqua's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Plymouth Part 1. Plus, we join Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Linda Gordon, we saved her from back surgery, but then she said she had TMJ, which is pain in the jaw, can't open her mouth wide enough. Stay tuned this week to see how adjustments, laser, and then she puts heat on it, how we can help your TMJ.
The story of Plymouth begins several hundred miles to the east, in Windham, Connecticut. It was there on June 18, 1753, that the Susquehanna Company was founded to settle lands along the Susquehanna River in land that had been granted to Connecticut by Charles II in his 1662 charter. The land in question was purchased from the Wyoming Valley's Iroquois tribes the following year, and by 1769, settlers under the command of John Durkee reached the area. They subdivided the region into 5 separate townships, one of which they named Plymouth, and began building settlements designed like typical New England towns. The problem was, Pennsylvania had also been granted the same land by a decree to William Penn in 1681, and both colonies soon came into conflict over the land. 3 separate Yankee-Pennamite wars would be fought for it, and the area around what would become Plymouth would see the climax of the Second War on Christmas Day 1775 at the Battle of Rampart Rocks. Using the rocks of the titular cliffs near Nanticoke Falls on the Susquehanna for cover, a Connecticut militia under the command of Colonel Zebulon Butler, later to play a strong role in the Revolution's Battle of Wyoming, defeated about 600 Pennsylvanian troops. By then, however, war with Great Britain was underway, and the colonies were able to put aside their claims for the wider goal of American independence. More violence, though, would break out after the Revolution, and it would not be until the Decree of Trenton in 1782 established Pennsylvania's ownership of the Wyoming Valley. Connecticut settlers, however, retained their control over their lands if they could prove ownership. Initially, Plymouth Township was a largely agricultural area. The settlers, however, knew coal was underneath them, as several outcroppings of anthracite could be seen throughout the township. Abijah Smith, a former Connecticut resident himself, bought land on the east side of Coal Creek in 1806, intent on mining the coal. He would launch the township's coal industry when he floated an ark loaded with 50 tons of coal down the Susquehanna to Columbia, Lancaster County, in the fall of 1807. Smith's brother John would also get into the coal business, opening a mine of his own in 1811 that became a tourist attraction of sorts for some time. From there, coal mining took off in Plymouth Township. By 1830, it was estimated 10,000 tons of coal had been shipped downstream. The building of the North Branch Canal along the Susquehanna proved especially beneficial in the rise of coal shipping. Opened in 1830, it provided docks for Plymouth Township's coal to be loaded up. One of the local mine operators, Henderson Gaylord, went as far as to build a gravity railroad along what today is Walnut Street and Gaylord Avenue in Plymouth Borough to deliver his coal straight to the canal. The North Branch would also create a boat-building industry in the community, with first arcs and then flat-bottom canal boats being constructed in the basins. The latter were given the name Shawnee boats, Shawnee being an early unofficial name for the community, and many locals would work as boatmen up and down the canal, becoming well known for their call, Shawnee against the world.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Kokomo's County Report. I am Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Romelda Kokomo. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
I've been very good. It's now September. We're entering the four final months, and honestly, I really like these because it's nostalgic for the purpose of it used to remind me of going back to school. Like we would all have to go back to work. But where's that leave the adults still working?
Yeah. Well, I used to like going shopping for back to school, getting the notebooks and the pens and the little bags, pen holders, and yeah. So I like this time of year. Yeah. And it's college football and professional football.
Yeah. Well, with these 4 months coming up, I gotta say I'm looking forward to one movie per month, and there are really good ones that are coming up. I'm super excited. And in order to make a movie, you need a budget, and so from what I've heard, there's quite a budget to work on that you told me about.
Yeah, we started working on the budget with our charter. It's due to County Council in October, and so we started meeting with the department and division heads. We're actually on our second round meeting with the department and division heads, and as I said, we're going to present a budget to council that does not have a tax increase. So, it's really tight for the department heads with their budget, but everybody's working together, and I think it's going to be a very good document that we're presenting to council.
It's seemed like a few good future planning, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really have to commend Mary Roselle and the Budget and Finance and Budget Committee that we assembled. They are really working very hard and being very creative in ways to improve efficiency and reduce expenses. So it's a lot of work, and they're long days.
only the kids going to school today would just know what we're going through. Yeah. So, with our people needing good budgets, we also could hope to keep maintaining a nice, clean nation. And what was it, like 23 years ago? It's never left our minds since then. I mean, I wasn't comprehending thought yet. I was only like 1. So, but my dad has plenty of conspiracy theories to annoy me with, because that's what he does all the time. So with 9/11 coming up very, very soon, what's on the agenda for that?
Well, September 11th, it's a Wednesday. This year we are going to have a commemoration at the courthouse honoring our first responders. I hope to get law enforcement and firefighters and emergency workers, as well as veterans and our sheriffs, our 911 and our EMA, to come to the courthouse and to really make sure that people remember what the first responders did on September 11th. I was in New York City on that day. I was working on the 72nd floor of the Empire State Building, and it's a day that I will never forget. And it's a day that always reminds me that our first responders, when the bell rings, they go in to situations that are deadly. So for me, it's very personal, and I think it's appropriate that we remind people of the work that the first responders do day in and day out. Things that I take for granted. I'm not someone who runs into burning buildings. That's not what I've done my life. But I remember seeing the firefighters and the police. They were heading towards the towers, and I think some of them knew by the look in their eyes that they may not get out, and many of them did not.
I may not have experienced it at all, nor was I ever comprehending of it until like 2011. That's when my parents, they gave me all the knowledge, and yeah, it must have been really, really scary. I never would have imagined what it would have been like looking at that right there, then and now. Then it's, this is not going to be forgotten anytime soon or ever.
Yeah, I had the postcard view, 72nd floor. I had the view of southern Manhattan. I could see, on a clear day, I could see the Statue of Liberty, and obviously the, obviously the Twin Towers, and it was a very frightening day.
Well, the best thing that our people of then and now can do is just live on, and while there are, like 3,000, I think, were gone from that day. Well, at least 3,000, I know, but the best we can do is just live on and make the best of what we have now, and that was just then, and we just have to proceed to make a good future,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I just hope things keep going well and nothing like that ever happens again. So, well, with that said, this has been Croquet West County Report. I guess we'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.